Alrighty guys, welcome back to the best investing money management channel on YouTube. In today's video, we are going to be talking about the one, the only AAPL, also known as Apple. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you guys get anything in value out of this video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions, concerns, ask them down below. So starting off, what's kind of been going on with Apple? Well, looking at the chart here, you will notice that actually Apple is down. It hit some highs here at about $182. It fell down to 150, back up to highs, back down to 150, back up to highs, and then it kind of crashed, right? It pretty much went from that 180 mark all the way down to $130. So it sold off about $50 per share. Okay, why did this happen? Well, during this time, they did release some earnings, but the thing about their earnings is it beat expectations, right? They did very, very good on iPads and Macs and iPhones, and this was a surprise of about $3.3 billion. So they pretty much beat what Wall Street said they thought they were going to do. And anytime you have something like that, you will have some sort of pop in price. And that's kind of what we saw, where the stock went from about 157 all the way up to 167. So it made that move. And then just because of that general stock market crash that we've seen over the past couple of months, this stock just got slammed back down. Now, is this something to be concerned about, or should you buy, sell, hold? What do I think is going to happen? Well, if history repeats itself, anytime Apple or just a general stock market has crashed, we've always seen a recovery, whether it's through the Great Depression, whether it's through the 2008 crash or the 2000 crash or the 2020 crash. As long as you have that long-term mindset, I think with the general market, you will be fine. But narrowing it down to Apple, where do I see Apple in the coming future? I personally see Apple expanding into fintech and other metaverses. And the reason why I say that is because Apple, on their last conference, announced something called After Pay Later, or Apple Pay Later. Pretty much what it is you can buy something with Apple Pay and you can spread out those payments completely interest free for the first 6 months. So pretty much, if let's just say I wanted to buy this pen for $1. Now, instead of buying it for $1 at once, I could maybe invest or do Apple Pay and do 25 cents over the next 4 months and not have to pay a lick of interest. So I think Apple is going to expand into that stuff and getting into the metaverse, very similar with like Facebook and Nvidia, AMD, all of those stocks, okay? And not to mention, guys, the iPhone sales have not slowed down. I think there's a huge demand for that, and I just think that Apple, for me, is an absolute buy, right? A good strategy for Apple would be to dollar cost average it. What that means is, instead of trying to time Apple, what you're going to do is you're going to invest maybe on a weekly basis, right? So if you want to invest $1,000 into Apple stock, instead of putting up $1,000 all up front and having this stock crash down, what you could do is invest $100 a week. $100 a week over the next 10 weeks. Okay, what that does is it's going to get a good average price for those Apple shares. So if let's just say it goes up in price, you're making money because the stock price is going up. But if it continues to fall down, then you're going to be averaging those shares down. And any time Apple stock falls more than 6%, I double what I normally will put in. So answering that question of, will Apple hit $200 this year? I don't see it hitting $200 this year, or possibly not even next year. The reason why is just because right now with the general market, there's so much uncertainty, right? And the average recession lasts for about 14 months. That's how long they normally last. So given that Apple is the leader of the S&P 500, I think we're definitely due for possibly more sell-off. And on top of that, it's going to take a little longer for a recovery back up to that $200 mark. But for me, Apple is an absolute no-brainer investment. I definitely am buying as much as I can during this crash, and I would recommend you guys to do the same. I think there's a lot of long-term potential with Apple. It's a blue-chip company. It's a growth stock. You're gonna get some dividends from holding it, and it's just a great investment that you don't have to actively worry about, right? You're going to be getting a dividend of 23 cents per quarter. So compounding that, you're going to make some money, guys. But that is it. That's kind of what I think is going on with Apple and answering that question of will Apple hit $200 a share. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments, and we will see you guys later. Remember to stay happy, stay positive, and stay safe. Take care, everyone.